What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Commercial Kitchen Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Pat Finley. I work for General Parts in the Indianapolis, Indiana metro area. We service commercial kitchen equipment that can be found anywhere from a restaurant to a school, hospital, nursing home, banquet facility, or event center. We take care of everything in a kitchen, from a fryer to an oven to steamers, dish machines, booster heaters, ice machines, coolers, freezers, walk-ins. We've even worked on some cold storage facilities. My goal for this podcast is to highlight what I do as a career in the day-to-day operations, as well as spotlighting all trades. I believe blue-collar trades is where it's going to be in the future. So I want to use this platform to promote and explain what these guys do. If you know anyone who would like to be on my podcast or be interviewed or would like to share their story with me, please get a hold of me. Thank you. I want to start off by introducing myself and explain what I do and how I got here. I started off in high school taking vocational classes for electrical. I was an electrician for several years. I did a 2-year program through high school, came out and did 6-7 years as an electrician. I was union, non-union. I ended up doing tract homes and apartments for years. My father, he had always done refrigeration, HVAC. He ended up going to work for a company that does what I do. He worked there for a few years. Loved it. Always talked well about it. They ended up getting sold to a bigger company, and he wasn't a part of it. He worked to help get me started in there. And I worked for that company for 3 years. I started off doing cooking equipment. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a challenge, but I'm a person that likes to be stimulated. And after 3 years, I got pretty bored just doing cooking equipment and wanted to do refrigeration. So I left and went on to try to do refrigeration other places. Bounced around for a couple of years. I had some health issues, kind of kept me from working, or kept me from keeping a job, really. Eventually, I got that straightened out and landed at General Parts, and I've been here going on 11 years. The thing I do at General Parts is I take care of customers, but I also get to train, I get to teach. I get a lot of different aspects of what I do. I've been doing refrigeration for 13 years, cooking equipment for almost 16 years. It's a great career. It's a great field. It's always something different every day. You never know what you're going to run into. You go into a kitchen that can't open because they're down a piece of equipment. You fix it. You're the hero. I like to tell people when I started this job, I weighed 225 pounds, and I won't say what I was weighing last year, but I'm not there anymore, and I'm working on that. But you're everybody's hero. They want to feed you. They want to take care of you. Yeah, when I first started, it was kind of rough. Seeing some of these kitchens, I couldn't believe I actually ate these restaurants, but I mean, it's all part of it. But it's a great field. I pretty much was self-taught refrigeration. I had a few guys I could call, talk to, and it would help me and walk me through things. And I stumbled. I still stumble. I don't know how I, as fortunate as I am, get to do the things I get to do. Like I said, I teach. So I trained for Fry Master. I trained their level 2 program that's for General Parts technicians. I travel the country, so I go to our branches and I bring a couple fryers with me. Set up, do a 2-day class, go through programming, go through troubleshooting, go through tear down, rebuild on the fryer, as well as Garland clam grills. I do the level 2 for Garland clam shells. It covers all their clam grills, general market, McDonald's specific, Chick-fil-A specific. Recently I've been training for Cefesa, so I travel to Cefesa a couple times a year and I train refrigeration. That's pretty cool. I never thought I'd get selected or picked for this. It was kind of something that just happened, and I am extremely fortunate and thankful that I get to do it. It's pretty cool. I get to go hang out with some really cool people at Cefesa, and I get to meet new techs, train new techs, and make new friends. A lot of them I still talk to regularly, so it's quite an adventure. But most of the time, I'm just a technician from day to day. I get up in the morning, I go to service calls, I fix things, and go to the next one, fix the next one. Right now is a crazy time for us. We're understaffed. No one wants to do this job. I mean, it's a greasy, dirty job, but it's fulfilling. It's rewarding. It's stimulating. So if you have a mind that likes to be stimulated, likes to be challenged, this is it. I mean, I enjoy going to a call that another company's been there or other technicians have been there and they couldn't get it. I walk in, ignore what everyone else has done in the past, start from the beginning and go through it. By the time I'm done, I either have it fixed or I know what's going on with it, And there's no better feeling than walking out knowing that, hey, I handled the situation and I can take care of it. So I get asked all the time what makes a good technician. It's several things make a good technician: hardworking, dedicated, willing to learn. Got to be able to talk to customers. I have some guys that I know that are some of the best technicians in the world, and they can't explain to the customer what they do, and those customers cannot stand them. You can fix anything in the world, but if you can't explain to somebody what you did, like they are a human being and understand what you did, they're not going to like you. They're not going to want you back. So that's a key factor, is communication. I had a guy one time ask me, he said, does that customer know that they're paying you to talk to them for 5 minutes? And I told him, I said, I think that customer would rather me pay me to talk to them for 5 minutes and explain to them like a human being than to be a robot and tell them it was broken, I fixed it, and walk out the door. And it goes a long ways. I have customers that call me just because of the way I explain things to them or I talk to them. So number one, customer communication is a big key. Dedicated, you gotta be dedicated, because there's days you're gonna spend hours kicking yourself trying to figure something out. So you gotta be able to stick with it, see it through. You gotta be a decision maker. You gotta know that, hey, you know, say if you're getting your butt kicked on something in 45 minutes, you're not making any progress, you're not gaining any headway, you need to reach out to the technicians, you need to reach out to the factory. So you gotta be able to make that decision. You can't get embarrassed. I mean, if you're gonna call somebody, have some information though. Don't call trying to get them to tell you what it is over the phone. If you call me and I ask you gas pressure and you say it's good, I know you're lying. So if I ask for gas pressure, I want 7 inches of water column. If I ask for voltage, I want 208 3-phase. If I ask for amperage, I want 37 amps. I mean, I want to know what it is. There's a reason I ask, these questions. So you got to be willing to do some stuff on your own. And on your own, that leads into training. Yes, we provide a ton of training. Yes, all these companies give training from, different manufacturers, different things. Factories come to us. We go to factories. We attend schools, seminars. We work with Cefesa, and they have training as far as new techs, electric, gas, and steam, new tech training, refrigeration training, management training. I mean, there's training out there, but you also have to be willing to take some part of that on yourself. No one is going to do it all for you. So I'm a huge believer in spending the time and seeking out the training I can. I watch a lot of videos. I read a lot of articles. I will seek out a piece of equipment I'm working on online, try to see what's out there. If I find training I feel useful to me or my guys, I will send the information to my boss to, hey, get this guy in this class. We really need to get trained on this, and so on. Retention of information. Now, I don't expect you to remember everything you ever do, but what I do is I like to remember where I can find information. I bookmark web pages, I write stuff down. If you know where to get to information at, you are dangerous. You gotta know the people you can reach out to for help. If you have a good community around you, a good network, you can fix anything. Just remember, reach out to your friends, reach out to your coworkers, and then reach out to the factory. Those 3 things are key. Let's get into who I am. I am from Frankton, Indiana. It's a little bitty town, kind of by Anderson, Muncie area. 3 kids, married. I'm an avid outdoorsman. I like to hunt, fish, camp, hang out with friends. Recently started smoking cigars, drinking bourbon. Not to get drunk, just to experience it. I don't know. I get bored easy. It's the ADHD, so I try to do different things all the time. I like to go off-roading in my Jeep. I don't do it near as much as I should, but that's going to be changing here soon. So other than that, I mean, I just wanted to get on here and say what's up and introduce myself. Like I said, if you know someone who would like to be on the podcast, if you know someone that I should interview, someone that has a cool story, someone that has a great story about the trades, please, please, please get a hold of me. I want to do my best to promote all the trades, all the skills, everything. I don't care if you're running a backhoe. I don't care if you're sweating water lines. I don't care if you're running drains. I don't care if you're snaking drains. I mean, I want to talk to you guys. This is what it's all about. This is the future. I don't know how much longer all these information jobs are going to last, but there's always going to be people to run water lines, run HVAC, I mean, we're always going to be in demand. So I think this is the future. I think there's a lot of money to be made in this industries, and I like to see everyone succeed. So please reach out to me if you have somebody, and I appreciate all the help and feedback. I just want to say thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Take care.